Hello and welcome to Life is Magical podcast. I'm your host, Srimanju Katragada, intuitive healer, Akashic Records reader, Hay House author of Connect Your Inner Guidebook, and who believes in experiencing healing and life is magical. Through this show, I'll be sharing my toolbox, which is full of life hacks, tips for rainy days, ways to hold our connections with the inner guide, and much more fun things. Let us begin this journey. Hi everyone. Hope you're all doing good. Happy December. So today's topic I would like to share something about that's very close to me is mindfulness for children. I've been teaching mindfulness meditation in schools for the past 6 years now, I guess. And children are so easy to adapt to these mindfulness tools and tips. And over here, moving to US, I realized the amount of anxiety and stress they are carrying is starting at very early stages, and it's kind of overwhelming what's on their plate as well to juggle things and to be themselves as well. So I want to share some easy tools and tips that we as adults and children can also follow. I find personally anything the kids can do, it's so fun, and as adults, if we can follow, we are going to break the habit easily. Than stereotyping as adults, it needs to be tough or we need to have a different mask on, But when we step out of it and get to our own inner child connection, things are much easier or go more in the flow. Here in today, just going to share some 7 easy steps that we all can try. So I always start with mindfulness as one of the powerful tools that you can practice throughout the day. It's not like a meditation where you just need to allocate 30 minutes and that's it. But mindfulness is such a versatile thing. It has got so many things from few seconds to few minutes to an hour you can spend doing it. But the most important thing to be aware is it's easy to integrate into our lifestyles. That's the best part here. In mindfulness is all about being aware and the exact place that you're in, the clothes that you're wearing, who you're with, what you're thinking about in this very single moment. And that is being present in this moment of awareness. And noticing what thoughts you're having without being judgmental or just simply observing them. Yeah. Children are like the sponges, they soak up all the information we give them. So it's about why not give them the best, right? And kids right now, they're taking a lot more information than our own ages when we were younger. It's due to the social media, due to the media channels, the education system, could be various reasons here. And not here to finger point anything, but we are all moving. This is where the generation changes as well, right? And they're being stressed and developing a lot of health and emotional issues at a much younger ages. And that's a fact. Something that we have to agree and address and see how we can, rather than debating, no, it's not, or trying to put it behind, not agreeing with it, right? And mindfulness can be so beneficial then, but it's even better as a family if we all can practice together. If you have children at home, definitely do it together. Or if you have nieces and nephews, grandchildren, do practice with them as well, and that's going to be something fun, and also have accountability for each other. Hey, are we doing this? And can we share what you felt or what I felt? It's just amazing space. Yeah. The younger that you can start these tools with, it's easy for them to hold on to. And as they get older, they are not going to question but they know, being in the consistent practice, things have been working for them. So these tools are something that they can completely hold on to the lifetime. And I have found these tools help them to open up, have conversations, share deep emotions in a safe place. The big joke about the teens are they don't talk, but through mindfulness, I always find there are many things we can talk. It's just they need to know that we are listening, not being judgmental, just listening to them. Yeah. And these tools will benefit children with the special needs as well. With autism, it could be, or ADHD, it could be. And mindfulness is a truly beneficial one for all. And through mindfulness, we're being taught to acknowledge our emotions and then to check the origin of them. Say, for example, you're feeling joyful today. Where is it coming from? If you're feeling sad, where is it coming from and where is it sitting in your body? And you're just being respectful of your own feelings, and also loving yourself, caring, being grateful or being kind, and just being aware of your body presence, awareness, and not only yours but around the surroundings as well. And these are just a couple of things that you would notice within a week practicing of mindfulness, or even a day as well. You'll be just opening up to the realm that we haven't seen with the consciousness. And rather than practicing some of these fun things as I have to do it, or let it be like a chore, it's impossible. It looks like a burden or a boring task, but just making it sound hey, let's do some fun activity, that changes the tone. And even for us, we loosen up and we say, hey, let's try it, and definitely if you're going to try with children, don't tell them to do, but do it together, definitely, so it's not as if they're being punished. And keep it simple, and maybe have a book or audio, or even just listening to this and doing together will be even super helpful. Yeah. And any part of the day is good to practice these tips that I'm going to share, either the morning or later in the evening when it's less busy and less rush hour for everyone in the family. It all depends on your timings with the family, the structure, and who's going to be together. So the first thing is breathing. People who know me well, I always talk about the consciousness breathing. Rather anything it could be in Reiki, I would be talking about it. Meditation, I would be talking about it. Or Akashic records, I'll be talking about. Breath is one of the most important thing that we need to remind ourselves, hey, are we not breathing? We are breathing, but it's more of from the chest, not actually being conscious of your breaths. Even a couple of times a day is good. And the kids always, when I say this, they always giggle and say, we are breathing. Are you joking? You're saying me to remember to breathe, but that awareness is the most important thing. Breathing in from the belly and breathing out from the belly, and either with your mouth closed or open mouth, that's okay. But it is just noticing that the belly is rising up and down, as you're blowing the balloon and the air is going out, or the waves coming to the shore and going back. And that's exactly how you'll be noticing your breath going in and out. And this whole process helps with the full body relaxing, the mind calming just within few seconds. And that's the biggest change, So here right now with me, you all can practice it. Place your hands on your belly and take a nice deep breath. Hold it and breathe out. Breathe, hold, breathe out. Now here you can do this breathing technique as 1-2-5, 5-2-1 as well. Some people love it, something to be looking at. Say breathe 1, 2, 3, 4. hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, at the very start, it's going to be hard to follow this, but give it a chance, give it a day or two, and you will notice it's getting easier. You're able to hold your breath and to go with the flow of it. Yeah. And this is the beautiful reminder for every day of ourselves to anchor to something. So breath is the best anchor to ourselves. Like, at this moment, you will feel you're more alive, more present, more observant. Like, the light could be stronger, the colors could be very vibrant because you are tuning all your senses, dropping into that body to be aware of everything. So we did only 2 rounds and already I can see the difference, and that is how beautiful, set a reminder, like couple of hours in a gap, like in the morning, afternoon and evening, breathe, and that's it, and 3 rounds of it or 5 rounds of it you can do it for, and that's, you are more refreshed. And if you're like a person who needs a coffee at 3 o'clock, you might notice actually you don't need it anymore because you are more active. You're not having that brain fog or the sluggish energies. Yeah. And this is just a reminder to breathe and fully pump the oxygen into your body. Let's say that you have a stress or a homework or perhaps a rage towards a friend, and this breathing practice will help you when implemented and help you get back to the particular problem with a solution, or this few seconds of a pause will create a space for you to come back to feeling recharged and get new ideas and totally back in the space rather than feeling spaced out all the time. So here you go, one more time, let's do it. Breathe into the belly, hold, and breathe out. Breathe into the belly, hold, and breathe out. Breathe into the belly, hold, and breathe out. And the longer you're practicing this, you'll notice that you're able to have a very slow, deep breath, hold it, and slow, deep breath out, yeah, rather, but it's more like deep, calm, and peaceful, and slowly it just gets into the whole body system, holding and slowly breathing out. So give it a try with that, like as you're listening even, and see, has it made a difference? If so, immediately put a reminder in your calendar every couple of hours to breathe. And this is where you're going to take the accountability with your family member as well. Hey, have you been practicing breathing? How are you feeling? And it's just going to lessen your anxiety, your overwhelmingness, it's your stress. And definitely it helps you in getting a better sleep as well. And so the next tip I wanted to share is about gratitude. All-time favorite topic, gratitude, that has changed my life, that I totally see as a divine gift here. So gratitude is something, a beautiful gift that we are giving to ourselves each and every day. All you need to do is like either in a journal or on a piece of paper, you can write the things that you're grateful for, or even in your mind's eye, you can just recollect the memories of what are the 3 things that you're grateful for. At the very start, some may struggle to find things to write about, but others will write tons of things. But with children, I have found it is they're super good at being grateful for and writing it down as well. So it's much easier. We do think about oh, is that really what it means, or am I forgetting something? So actually, let's start with the basics. What are you grateful for right now at this particular moment of time? And you can just say even, I'm grateful for my home, cozy bed, or a family, or myself. I'm breathing, my family members, my parents, my siblings, If you have cats and dogs or any pets, again, being grateful for them, or if children, for their toys or gadgets right now, or the school, the teachers, the friends, the numerous things like healthy food you're able to consume in the water. And now that's the best thing. The amount of things that you will be grateful will be unlimited. The more we awaken to it, and the more we are going to realize, oh my God, my life is full of exciting things. And when you're grateful, in that moment, you won't feel any sadness, any lack, or any other energies. And that's the best thing about being grateful for. And this is where I love about like going a little more deeper is the things that you're grateful for, expand them. A little deeper is say I'm saying I'm grateful for my bed. So I'm going to say even deeper, expanding is I'm super grateful for my bed that's warm and cozy, that gives me a good night of a sleep. I love looking forward to getting back to the bed and resting my body. So you can be more. And what happening is when you're expanding it, you're actually refilling everything in that expansion, and you're telling the universe, hey, I loved it so much, I want it again pretty quick, so you're going to have many sleep nights and the deep relaxing times as well. It's not about like sleeping all the time, but the good deep ones are so important, so your day is fresh and you're active as well, so that definitely helps you. So that is the gratitude action that you can try, and make it a fun as doing it together, and each part of the family member writing a gratitude. The next one I would love to share, even in the gratitude, so in the gratitude you can also make a mention about like the non-material things generally is what the children do, and this helps them acknowledging what they already have it and what they are wanting. So this is the perfect time of the year, to do it with the Thanksgiving around, or like with the Christmas, writing a list to the Santa. It could be anything. It's always a great, as the moment you're grateful for, you're anchoring yourself into the presence. And with that, whatever you wanted, if you have a laptop, you want a Mac, you're saying, I'm super grateful for the laptop that I'm having, but also like this Mac will give me much more better performance. It could be anything, but your first thing is you're happy about what you have, and then you are looking forward to having a new things in your life, So that is again another awesome way to be connecting on. The next one is glitter jar. Glitter jar or a snow globe are perfect ones to calm our mind, be in the present, and anchor to the mindfulness part of us. And here I always love to do this activity with the children, having a glitter jar. So take any old bottle, clean and wash it, and in that put some glitter glue and some confetti, and also sparkles in it, and pour some warm water and close and seal it tight, especially if the children are going to do it. Make sure you're helping them if they are young enough, and close and seal it. So when you shake it, you're going to see all the glitter exploded all in the bottle, and as it's settling down, you'll see your mind is settling down as you're noticing it. So that is a beautiful observation to be doing it, and I love to do this activity and just suggest to do it in the night. Have this glitter jar, shake it up, and do the observations a couple of times, and you will notice you're sleeping better because you're just unwinding yourself by physically observing something, and your mind thoughts are slowly settling in, like with all those stir-ups, everything that's happening in the day. It's your breathing as well that's calming your mind and the body. So it's a total relaxing and unwinding time as well. And you can ask them to take a notice of how the glitters are settling in and what are the colors they're noticing in. And so there are no one interrupting thoughts, but they're just observing something. And I find it totally as a hypnotizing state for the children to be in that space. Like, even for me, I love it. Like, it's totally hypnosis. And make it as a fun, be creative, and glitter jar making. If you type up, you'll find loads of information about it, and go crazy. Go crazy. So you can have one in the bedroom, one near your study table, like, different places in the house. So you are utilizing it very well. The next one is the bells. The sound gong bells, the Tibetan bells, or sound bars. These are all the different bells that you can hear, listen to, and generally most of the houses have some bells like in the around here. I'm just going to... So that is a Tibetan bell sound, which helps you to relax and settle into your body. So this is very good. Like, if you don't have one, that's perfectly okay as well. You can just listen to, type up on YouTube or any other places. You will find loads of music related to it. You can just listen to it. And when the bell rings, we are so calm and focused on inwards. And also I do this activity of asking children to listen to the sound and raise your hands when you stop listening to it. So that for those seconds, they're totally into the sound. And once the sound stops, they're raising their hand, they're back to themselves, like, but also they're training their mind to be totally quiet and focus only on one thing. A lot of us are being trained to multitask and focus on many things at a time, and then it's overwhelming because neither of one things we have done it. Like, you might be like, even as adult, like, you might be scrolling from one app to other, but you're not focusing on any one thing in particular. So this could be a bit of good habit that we can practice with bells. And breathing in and out gently while your minds are calmer is going to be super beneficial as the bells are, the sound is going. And going around the room, taking turns with the bells helps them as well, taking the responsibility. So like, as a family, if you all would like to sit in just for 2 minutes, around your dinner table, even like, or after your dinner, you can go around to each one of like passing the bell, and everyone gets a go to click on the gong or something, and you're just settling in, breathing in and out, and the conversations are going to be so smooth. No one is going to talk over each other. Everyone is more in a zen space, and more conversations do come up because you have no filters, and just helps us to have a proper sync with the other person. Yeah. Again, simple thing sometimes is like, get stuff that you have in the kitchen that you can make a sound with that doesn't break, like, right? So that's again the whole idea about is listening to a sound and letting it take over, and we settling into that beautiful space. And the next one is the body scan meditation. In this beautiful way, like, body scan meditation, it can be done anytime, but I find it like, it's super effective when we do it in the night or throughout the day as well. But like in the night, it helps you to just gently go into the sleep. It's a form of meditation. We go through thanking each part of the body from the toes to the head and relaxing them. And again, kids love to lead the group as they like to take the responsibility. So you can tell them this is how you do it, and you do it and show them. And then, let them do role reverse, like, let them talk about the body scan meditation from each part of the body, and you're relaxing. So it's more fun as well. They love to be showing as a guidance to us. And what happens is as they're guiding it or they're receiving it. Totally, again, is a calm space. Again, it can be done from 10 minutes to 15 minutes or 20 minutes. The time is what you want. I'm sure, like, if kids are doing it, they might be done in like a minute or less, like, but slowly we can teach them. You can go a bit slow, like, again, totally sinking back into the physical body and just breathing. How wonderful it is that, right? And when your body and mind is relaxed, you'll have more physical energy, you'll have less pains, you're more energized, active, and clutter-free as well. So give it a try with that and see how you feel about it. So mindful eating. I think the mindful eating, one always remembers about eating a raisin. I think it's been so popular. You see it all the time. But the most important thing is being mindful of what you're eating, also tasting and smelling of it. And just being aware of it helps in bringing your awareness on the food to the table. Just like we are aware of your breath, the breathing in and out, when you're sitting on the table, when you're having your lunch break, when you can just activate all your senses and eat, you're going to enjoy what you're eating more. Maybe the foods that you didn't like, you might like it more, or when you know your tummy is full, actually you're going to stop stuffing yourself in, and eating slowly helps the better digestion as well and better nutrients to go into your body. And this totally helps you to appreciate the food you have in front of you and to feel the comfortable asking for information about the food, even where it is coming from and how I can bless the food, and just makes it so interesting to have that conversations around the children. So give it a try with the mindful eating and just allow yourself to feel the process. Now, I would suggest is try with something that you like, enjoy the food. So rather than trying the foods that you don't like, it's going to be make more challenging. And the other thing is, maybe if you are in a rush, try it only for the first 3 spoonfuls or first 3 cups of tea or sips of tea or first 3 sips of a coffee. So at least you're in that moment able to enjoy that, rather than committing, I'm going to enjoy the whole thing, and then you lose track. You're watching TV or you're talking to people and not being mindfully eating. So being practical, I follow is the first 3 spoonfuls, at least being mindful. So I'm observing the taste and everything, what I like, what I don't like, how is my body reacting to it, how are my senses. So that is a super fun thing. So the other thing is reversing the daily activity. So this is a very fun exercise, like, for example, if you're brushing your teeth with left hand, and try instead brushing with your right hand. Or if you eat with your right hand, try eating with your left hand and see what happens with this whole reversal process. If that brings you into attention rather than in an autopilot mode and more aware of the task, that's a best gift. And of course, role reversal always works, like, because you brush your teeth on autopilot if you're right-handed, but if you're brushing with the left hand, you need to be very cautious that the brush stays inside the mouth. It's going to all the corners, the curves and everything. So it does take time, of course, but also it gets you into the present moment of like observing, am I brushing my teeth? Do I remember it actually? Yes, you do. And try this exercise with the normal daily activities. As a warning, it does slow you down. But if a child is a hyper, this will help them to calm down again, making it as a fun, doing it together. Like, that's the most important thing. And here, as an adult, if you're driving to work on a normal road, take some other direction and see the difference. Like, you become more vigilant, or you're noticing more on the flowers or the nature around, like, or the housing estates. So everything is becoming more like slow motion. You're noticing, you're more in the body. And ultimately, all these 7 beautiful tools are to bring you into conscious awareness, not on autopilot, and be more observant. And when you're observant, life happens. And that's the best gift you're going to give to yourself. And you're going to take it forward from here on. So with that, I wish you all the best. Give it a try and let me know how you felt and what have you noticed as well, and what are your favorite ones. So watch out for the next one as well, where I'll be talking about mindfulness, more tips coming through, and how you can, and share if you have any difficult moments, so I can see if I can include that in the tips, and how we can work it together. Because I've been doing mindfulness for like 8-9 years. Some things I have discovered, so I can better share those as well. So thank you guys for listening in, and stay tuned for the next one. Until the next one, stay safe and stay healthy, and be mindful of your breathing. Happy days. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you all for listening in and tuning in to the podcast Life is Magical. I hope you found some good nuggets to move through this week. Want to ask a question? Please email me, or stay connected if something resonated or found useful and helpful from this podcast. I love to hear back from you. My email is info@srimanju.com. That is SRIMANJU, which is in the show notes below. Until next week, namaste and good day. Happy magic. Love to you all. Thank you for listening in.